everyone, my name is Libov and I am a personal trainer with 5+ years of experience, and this is my glute workout series that you can do at home or in the gym right with me. I am 10 months postpartum, so I've got a 10-month-old baby napping right there, so he might join us during this workout. But the quite common issue that I came across myself, and I found that my clients face that issue quite often as well, is that it's so hard to get started with the workout, and it's so much easier to do it with someone there with you. That's why those workout videos on YouTube help so much, because you literally have someone doing it with you. So we're going to try and do the same with strength training, resistance training. So today, just like I said, it's going to be a glute workout, 3 exercises, and we're going to start with just a quick glute activated exercise, which is just going to be a glute bridge. I will be taking you through cues. I'm not going to have music playing. Maybe I will put on music later, maybe not, we'll see. But let's start on the floor. Feet shoulder width apart, just a bit wider, toes pointed out, tuck your pelvis, lift up your hips, squeeze your bum at the top, just like you are trying to hold a cone with your bums, with your glutes. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. If you are, especially if you are a mom, make sure that you engage your pelvic floor muscles at the top. That's good, and relax it at the bottom. It's actually good for anyone performing this exercise. We're just going to keep going for about 20 to 30 repetitions. Just to get our glutes burning, to connect your mind, your brain to your glute muscle. To be honest, I have not been counting. I lost my count, so we're just going to do 10 more. Nine and 10. Excellent. Now, the idea of this series is that you come back to it over and over and over for at least 12 weeks, at least once a week. Just so over time, you might get tired of me saying the same stuff, because you're going to come back to this video over and over again. So feel free to just put on your music and treat it as if you are working out with your gym buddy. Next exercise is single leg Romanian deadlift. So I am going to grab a 9 kilo. For this exercise, you are going to find something you can hold on to. It can be couch, can be chair, and you can do this body weight, or you can grab weight. So you're gonna hold on to this, shift your weight on one leg. You're gonna be standing on the left. Your left arm is holding on to something, and you're holding the weight opposite to your standing leg before. Hips nice and square, soft knee. Now I'm going to move slightly more forward, and I'm going to use Okay, just use this side. Inhale. Exhale. The goal here is not to go low, but to push your hips back. Make sure your hips doesn't lift here. It stays nice and straight. And the same on the other side. The weight, when you hold, I'm just going to start my workout on my watch. When you hold your weight in the hand that's opposite to your working leg, you actually engage your glutes a lot more. So, I'm saying on the other side. So knee, hips nice and square, back nice and straight. We're not looking forward when you go down, chin back there, push your hips back. Oh my gosh, I lost count again. That's okay. I think I did 12. So we are actually, I forgot to mention, we're doing here anywhere 10 to 12 repetitions. So make sure that your weight is heavy enough for you to feel like 10 to 12 repetitions is challenging for your body. Because when you complete the set, at the end of the set, right now we're having a minute and a half rest. When you completed your set, you need to ask yourself, how hard was that out of 10 on the scale from 1 to 10? Where 10, it feels like you almost couldn't finish the set, and 1, it just feels like really easy, pretty much just as easy as sitting on the couch. So your sets should be somewhere sitting around from 7, 8, 7, 8, maybe 10, 9, somewhere around that. With this exercise, and especially if you are just at the very beginning of your journey, you probably want to keep it around 7 out of 10. Just so you can feel the muscle, you can keep the technique. Alright, so it's been a minute and 30 seconds. Let's do this again. Start. On the side, we start with the first set. Just like I said, your aim here is to hinge in your hips, push your bum as far back as you can. And feel the stretch in the glutes. If you feel it in your lower back, drop the weight, do it body weight, feel the technique, do some of your research. End of the day, film a video and send it to me on Instagram. I will be able to give you good feedback and maybe help you this way. I think one more. To work on your technique. That is, of course, if you cannot afford hiring a personal trainer, because getting to work with a personal trainer at the beginning of your journey is the best thing you can do for yourself long term, for your resistance training journey. Two more. I'm going for 12. Good. And rest. And we're gonna do this again for one more set. If you are at the beginning of your journey, just know that even if you did 8 repetitions here, 10 repetitions, and I'm still doing my set, it's okay for you to rest a little bit longer. So resting period should be somewhere around 1.5 minutes, anywhere up until 2.5 minutes. Depends on the intensity, depends on your energy levels that day and the intensity you would like to achieve during your workout. Of course, the higher the intensity, the quicker the results are going to come, but also the higher the intensity, the higher chances of injuring yourself, especially if you're at the very, very beginning. And what else? Also, you have less time to recover. So, it's been 1 minute and 20 seconds. We're going to do this again for one more set. Like I said, 10 to 12, anywhere from 10 to 12 repetitions. All your weight is on that one working leg. Push your hips back. Also, if you experience pain in your joints, slow down, lighten the load, reach out to me or to a physiotherapist, personal trainer, reach out to a specialist the specialist that can look at your technique, your movements. Don't push through any joint pain. If it's muscle pain, then it's okay. If it's joints, we better avoid pushing through. Another 4. Excellent. Rest. Okay. The next exercise, we've got reverse lunges. I'm also doing this. Ew, the bird just had. The bird just pooped on my window. It's a massive poop. That's weird. That never happened to me before. I'm also doing this so I can come back to this, and next time I don't feel like working out, I just put on this video and I'll complete this workout with myself. Because when you work out from home, and I've got a home gym studio, even though I've got all this equipment, and I'm lucky enough to have a baby who sleeps through his naps without my participation, it's still quite hard to, even with me, like even though I've been working out for about 6 years, still it is still such a challenge to get myself to work out. So I really hope that this is not only going to help me, but it can help you get your workouts done. Next, reverse lunge. Reverse lunge, and we're gonna use again something you can hold on to, and a dumbbell. Again, we're gonna hold the dumbbell in the hand that's opposite to your working leg, and so you're gonna hold on to that something. It could be kitchen bench, could be table, could be couch. You're gonna pull on it, and you're gonna take a wide step back. So it's not just a regular lunge where you have your 90 degrees, both your knees. It's a wide lunge back. Honestly, it feels really uncomfortable. So let's try holding the dumbbell in the other hand. Yeah, that feels much better. Now, do what feels, in this exercise, do what feels best for you. Feel like it's just so much easier to keep it nice and stable. 70% of your weight in the front leg, on the front foot. Again, 10 to 12 repetitions. That's why this video is going to be good also for those who don't really enjoy counting their repetitions and they lose their count. You can pretty much move with me in together with my pace, and you will know that you did the right amount of repetitions. Exhale on the way up. And rest. So I did 12 repetitions each side, 9 kilos, minute and a half rest. I have trained girls who said that they don't like going to the gym because they don't know what to do in between sets. They go on their phone, even though they have nothing to do on their phone. or like they just feel awkward. And I'll be honest, you just, over time, you just get used to it. Maybe you gotta push through that awkwardness at the very beginning. Ask yourself why exactly you feel awkward and look into that. Whether you feel, I don't know, embarrassed, and then what do you find embarrassing in just standing and looking around, just breathing, just existing. It's okay. You're allowed to take this time, you're allowed to take this space, you're allowed to use any piece of equipment in a gym. If you are using a public gym, you're allowed to use that piece of equipment, and you're allowed to just stand next to it and rest in between your sets for as long as you need, because this is also your space. You gotta treat it as if it's your gym. But if you're at home, also take the time to rest. All right, let's do this next set. Right, that was 12. Second side. Okay, rest. Rest. Minute and a half, 2 minutes. When we do this lunge, we want to keep your knee on top of your ankle. That's why we're doing a wide step back. That's why we're keeping 70% of your weight on the front foot. The back foot is there just for the balance. Another thing is just make sure that your knee is pointed in the same direction as your second toe. So, and your ankle, make sure it doesn't fall in. So as you step back, your knee is pointed forward in that second toe direction. It's not going in, your ankle doesn't fall in either. If you're at home, do this barefoot. Honestly, even if you're in a gym, I recommend to exercise barefoot, of course, if it is allowed. And make sure you drink your water. Oh, it's been a minute and a half. I'm a little bit out of breath. Honestly, I've been exercising since like first week or after giving birth. Gently go back to movement very, very fast. But my body is only starting to feel stronger now. And I'm 10 months postpartum. So It is what it is. You gotta work with what you got. Let's do this. And if it feels hard, it's good. It's good, means you chose the right weight. Ooh, you want it to feel challenging. Especially if you've been training for a while. Honestly, I remember when I was 16, that's when I started to do like YouTube heat workouts, and back then it was so helpful to see a girl that did those heat sessions. It was so helpful to see her struggle. So I hope you watching me struggle can I hope that will make you feel like you're not alone, which is the point of these workouts and why I film this, is for you to feel that presence of your gym buddy. So let me be your gym buddy. So the next exercise is going to be hip thrust. Look, I'm going to give you a lighter version of this exercise, just in case you're not in the gym, just in case you don't have the right equipment or you are at a different fitness level. But I am going to be doing the harder version because I've got the equipment, and I will demonstrate you the lighter version first, and then you are gonna do it with me as I'm doing heavier, harder version. All right? So because next exercise is the must exercise for any glute workout. That's your hip thrust. So, oh gosh, my inner thighs are burning from those lunges. So your hip thrusts, basically you're gonna find something like a couch. It's better to be lower than a regular chair height, but if you don't have it, that's okay, you can use a chair. You just don't need to go as low as I will with this bench. So you can do this body weight, or you can have a dumbbell on your hips. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get down, you're gonna place your shoulder blades on your couch, on your bench, or your chair, and you're gonna bring your feet forward. So to find the right height, you drop your leg and you bring your heel just before your knees, when your knees was on the floor, when your knee was on the floor. Hip shoulder width apart, parallel to each other. Inhale, and shoulder blades on top of the bench. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, Tuck your pelvis, squeeze your bum at the top. Inhale, show your double chin. When you work out, it is not time to look pretty. It is time to be a warrior. Time to go hard and time to give your all. So this is what you are gonna do. The same thing with your weight. You can have your arms just in front of you on top of your chest. Okay, so that was demonstration. It's okay if you started it with me right now, because then you had a chance to try it before you go all in. Right, let me check if the phone's still rolling. Yes, it is. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna be doing exactly the same stuff, but on the Smith machine. And I think I'll move you a bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. And you can do it with me. All right. Let's go. So get in. Ready, set, go. And exhale. Make sure you brace your core. Ten to 12 repetitions. You can do 12 to 15 if your weight is lighter. Ah. Nice. Rest. I am on the verge of swearing. If you speak Russian, you are probably gonna hear me swear. Whew. It's actually a really good sign as well. If you can't stay seated on the floor, if you feel like your glutes hurt too much, that's perfect. It's really, really, really good. Whew. So, we've got 2 minutes rest. Drink your water. And try to slow down your heart rate by exhaling slower than you inhale. The slower your heart rate during your resting period, the better you're going to perform during the next set. But also, in saying that, if your heart rate did go up, that is a sign of higher intensity, higher load, and it's a sign that you did just work hard and you just push through a hard set. Honestly, I think I should probably go lighter, but I'll keep this weight for today because I just can't be bothered taking it off. Yep. If you are located somewhere in South Australia, just like I am, it's probably pretty cold in your house. But that actually makes it so much harder. It's been 2 minutes, just a few more seconds. It's been colder temperatures in the house makes it so much harder to get started. on any type of workout. That's why, again, that's why I'm recording this video, so I can put it on and I can work out with myself next week. Alright, I can do this. 3, 2, 1, go. Now it's 12. I hope that it was 12 because it's so easy to lose count. Get some water. We've got another 2-3 minutes of rest and we're gonna do one more set. I'm honestly going to film my current training program because, as I said twice already, I'm doing that for myself as well as for you. So I'm gonna film my whole current training program and I might keep it there for about 6 weeks. You will be able to just stick to it, to be honest, for all straight 12 weeks. You can just increase weights, increase amount of repetitions as you go. It depends on the weights. If you only have lighter weights, you can increase amount of repetitions anywhere up until 15 on each exercise. If you're able to access heavier weights, just keep the same amount of reps. You can even drop it down to 8, but go heavier. Depends on how confident we feel. And yeah, we'll just see how these videos are gonna go, if it's gonna be helpful to other people, if it's gonna be helpful to you, if it's gonna be helpful to me, then I'm just gonna keep filming it. And based on your comments, I will maybe create and film other programs. So this program is focused mainly on glutes. We're going to be training glutes 3 times a week and upper body twice a week. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, it's been 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Let's do this. By the way, we're almost there because this is our 3rd exercise, 3rd set. After this, we're going to have one more exercise, and then we're done. Ready, set. Oh my gosh. We can do this. We did it. Now we're gonna use this last exercise. Whew. This is my video monitor and my baby woke up. Alright, just a second, I'm gonna get him. Put the band on above your knees, sit right on the edge of the chair. Yeah. Sit right on the edge of the chair and gently lean forward. Feet shoulders apart and stretch the bend. And we're gonna do this 40 times. Yes, da. 40 раз. 40 times until our booty burns. I speak Russian to my baby, so if you hear the language you don't understand, that's okay. So we've got clap clap. We've got a minute and a half rest. Right now we don't use any weight. We only use a band. That's why we can decrease amount of rest. Да? Да, мой сладкий? So sweet. Такой сладкий, сладкий малыш. Да, так вот. Он зубит. I don't know if you can hear, but we've got in the kitchen his toys that play sounds and play songs. Alright, it's been a minute. Let's do this again. Okay. And lean forward. He's smiling. Empty. Thirty. 40. Okay, minute rest. Whew. One more set and we're done. Да? Что ты скажешь? Тебе нравится? Тебе нравится? Да? Да ты мой сладкий. Да, ты мой малыш. Yeah, one of his first few words is up because I coach clients with him. I train with my husband, with him around, so he learned up. He heard me say up a lot. Да? Да. Up. Up. Alright, it's been a minute. Let's do one more set. Let's just finish it strong and so we can rest and go the rest of our day. Go the rest of our day. Feeling like we accomplished something. 14. Ah, nice. Very, very nice. Okay. If you have, that actually took us 40 minutes. Pretty good. If you have time to go through a gentle stretch, stretch your glutes, do it. If you don't know how, let me know in the comments and I'll film a video with a few stretches you can do after your workouts. But otherwise, we're saying goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you soon.